Welcome back to Offside Talk Podcast. We have another set of massive stories to break down today. From record-breaking sponsorships to huge transfer targets, there's a lot to unpack.
Absolutely. Let's start with Manchester City. They just signed a historic £1 billion kit deal with Puma, which is now the biggest in English football history. £100 million per year. That's insane.
It's a huge statement. City aren't just investing on the pitch, but also off it. This deal sets them up financially for years and solidifies their brand globally. Puma is betting big on City's continued dominance.
Exactly. This kind of money allows them to keep attracting top talent and invest in infrastructure. It also shows how far the Premier League has come as a global product.
Moving on, Everton confirmed the signing of Mark Travers from Bournemouth. He joins as a backup for Pickford on a 4-year deal. It might not be the flashiest move, but it's a smart one.
Right. Depth in the goalkeeper position is crucial. Pickford has been so important for them, but having Travers means they're covered in case of injuries or dips in form. Plus, Travers is still young and could develop even more.
Over in Germany, Bayern Munich have reignited their interest in Luis Díaz and Eberechi. They're clearly serious about refreshing their attack after a tough season.
Both Díaz and Eze bring flair and creativity. Díaz has proven himself at Liverpool and can play in multiple roles, while Eze offers that unpredictable spark. If Bayern secure either or both, their front line will look terrifying.
And let's not forget, Bayern need to replace aging stars and bring in new energy. These signings would be a big statement that they're not willing to fall behind in Europe.
Meanwhile, Arsenal are closing in on Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting. Reports suggest a deal worth €63.5 million plus €10 million in add-ons. That's a major move to strengthen their attack.
Gyökeres is a beast. His strength, movement, and finishing ability would give Arsenal a different dimension. Imagine him leading the line with Saka and Martinelli on the wings. That's scary for any defense.
Exactly. Arteta seems to be building a squad capable of challenging on multiple fronts. If this transfer goes through, Arsenal could become even more dangerous.
And finally, Liverpool are reportedly preparing a blockbuster £120 million move for Alexander Isak. They want him to be the new focal point of their attack.
Isak has been incredible at Newcastle. He's quick, technical, and clinical. Liverpool going for him shows they're serious about revamping their attack and returning to the top.
Absolutely. With Salah aging and other forwards struggling for consistency, Isak could be the spark they need to reignite that famous Anfield energy.
In the next parts, we'll dive into tactical implications and what these moves mean for the fans and the clubs. Stay with us.
Let's talk tactics. Starting with City. This new Puma deal doesn't change tactics directly, but the financial security could influence squad depth. They can continue to buy top players without worrying about financial fair play.
Exactly. They might invest in younger talents or secure more big names. It gives them freedom to experiment with different systems and have the luxury of a deep bench.
Everton's move for Travers might seem minor, but it could allow Pickford to rest more and avoid burnout. Having a reliable backup helps teams stay consistent through long seasons.
Plus, competition pushes both keepers to improve. Travers might even develop into a future starter depending on his progress.
Bayern's interest in Díaz and Eze could transform their attack. Díaz brings directness and pace on the wings, while Eze could play centrally or wide, adding that creative spark.
It would allow Bayern to switch formations more easily, from a traditional 4-2-3-1 to a more fluid 4-3-3 or even a 3-4-3. They've lacked that unpredictability lately, and these players would fix that.
Arsenal adding Gyökeres means they get a true number 9 who can bully defenders and finish in tight spaces. This could unlock more freedom for Saka and Martinelli to cut inside and create havoc.
That's true. Arteta has often relied on more mobile or false 9 profiles, but Gyökeres offers a physical presence they've been missing since Giroud's days.
For Liverpool, bringing in Isak would let them return to a more vertical style. His speed and ability to run in behind would keep defenses pinned back and open spaces for midfield runners.
It also means they could rotate Darwin Núñez more or even use 2 strikers in certain games. Klopp could bring back some tactical flexibility that Liverpool had during their title-winning season.
These moves show clubs aren't just thinking short-term. They're planning for evolving tactics and future competitions. Fans should be excited to see how it all unfolds.
In the next part, we'll explore how fans are reacting and what these signings mean emotionally for each club. You won't want to miss it.
And I thought time, bitte gliding Trisperin, the MNS2 raids, I totally popper of animates their nationer checkanget. I already see City poplars, you have matastic that alle feel univir for mir, innervational problem that are caravacts in trying under transition. And also did not jump at it update in Chilon Matisitz says, and almost in type of our bull, but batterly some bear cloud, kind of like this one of Mattis 2 free. And that's it, it's possible. Impact is bear cloud and Travers and saying, hey, beneficials washing and something still get to taking a top profit of them, then too much into top profitus in such not, and it was confident and such much lively. So if it's a lot of transition, this is this impact of challenges of the Grary of Matisitz, and this is the model challenges. This is time too much into.
Actually, we get to this think that time too much and do that we can realize do it. We're already consider these injuries. The one they do one of those minies that have the period, and there's a lot many misminers for them with the Age of Finisher challenges as reactive, and there is the mystifact that we talked about them, and that really the differences is there.
Social media, all of us minor, prophetess is Liverpool. He's wave too much intin. If you do it.
If you do that, absolutely ready to why in this client, and you need to look at that will be such a deponate and attack. And if you didn't, the ground of who you convince of term is on, and then fans are talking about primary, because we do look at news thereof that we'll be wanting for.
Now let's look at the big picture for next season. City's Puma deal means they'll continue to set the pace in the transfer market. We could see them sign even more young stars and stay ahead of the competition for years.
Exactly. Their financial power makes them almost unstoppable. Unless rivals match that level of planning and investment, City might keep dominating domestically and push hard in Europe.
For Everton, Travers represents stability. If he pushes Pickford and improves, Everton might finally avoid their usual relegation scares and start climbing the table.
Bayern, with Díaz and Eze, could return to being one of the most feared attacks in Europe. If these deals go through, they could easily challenge for the Champions League again.
Arsenal, with Gyökeres, looks set to become even more dangerous. His physical presence could be what finally helps them turn close title races into trophy wins.
And Liverpool, if they land Isak and he clicks, they could become title contenders again. It's a big risk, but if it pays off, they'll be right back among Europe's elite.
Beyond trophies, these moves show clubs are thinking long-term, building identities and investing in player profiles that match their vision.
Fans love to see that ambition. Even if not every transfer works out perfectly, the intent alone keeps supporters engaged and hopeful.
It's shaping up to be one of the most exciting seasons in recent memory. We'll see new stars, revived squads, and maybe some unexpected surprises.
Thank you all for tuning in. Drop your predictions in the comments. Who will be the signing of the season? Which team will surprise us most?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. We'll be back with more updates and deep dives very soon. Bye, everyone.